good evening, hello, Night Raven. Alright, just pause the music there. Alright, yeah, little late night stream. So, I'm just gonna continue with some trails. Oh, I really need to try and get more consistent with my streaming. So, let me just quickly adjust something here. There we go. Alright. I don't even remember what we were doing. Right, we're going back. Oh, fast travel. Why not? Convenient. An unstraightforward way. Let's give you the full report. Ooh, we got 2 points? No, 3 points. So you let the monsters go. That's a look of disapproval right there. Yeah, she's not happy. Alright. Practice makes perfect, yep, indeed it does. Mayor Klaus.
今度は市長さんからの依頼か。父さんも幅広く引き受けてるな。
運搬って一体何を運ぶんだろう。
Let's just take all of them.
さあ、始めるよ。
You can do all the side quests. Okay. Light switch, alright. Are we just gonna turn on the lights? Light improvement. Count them. I had to count them. 14 street light. Alright. Yes, I guess it's pretty much on the map, right?
When you try your best but you don't succeed.
Hey, Plebster! How you doing?
メモしたのを見ればいいのに。
Can I just warp there? Or close to it? Not really
容姿は
closer.
だけ覚えて悔しいじゃない。
Little sleepy? Yeah, same here.
だから忘れる。
Also gotta look for a new car. So that's happening. It did not pass the EU inspection. And it's gonna be cost me a hell of a lot of money to fix it, so might as well get a new one. A new used car, I mean. Yeah, they told me it would cost me between 25 to up to 40,000 to fix it. So I was like, yeah, I'll just get another one. No way I'm spending that kind of money on fixing the Polo. Yeah, I figured he is the one that knows how to use. He remembers the code. Okay, these guys do some damage though. Okay. Jesus. Yeah, go ahead and kill me. Oh, I can't do it? God damn it. Get the... Yeah, it's like, I'm trying to sell it. If I can sell it for like 10,000, I'll be happy. But, yeah, if I don't get it sold by Friday, I'll just have to drive it and get it wrecked and get the money. And hey, it's a right guy. Yes, Weibo, JRPG. Can I get all of them from the side? No. Oh, they're all angry now. That doesn't sound good. No, we retry. A lot of stuff, really. Mostly Rust, but also like the electronics, the lights and such, and the power steering. Apparently the power steering must work for a car to pass inspection. I was hoping it didn't need to, because there are cars that don't have power steering, but if your car has it, it needs to work. Yeah, I don't have what it needs to take these guys on. don't deal enough damage. That's gonna be an issue. Alright, we're just gonna grind. I think I need to buy some more equipment.
街道島のコードはご用よ。はい、
Let's
どれに
see.
しようかな。
また来てくれよな。
よし、覚えた。
変な覚え方。どれにしようか。
また来てくれよな。
メモしたのを見ればいいのに。
Right, this is not the armor guy, is it?
覚えて悔しいじゃない。ああ、話してたら忘れる。
That's the gear. Oh, here's the armor shop. And most like I used to deal with. There's a city here where they put like 5 normal salt under. Yeah, salt is really the killer. We have a lot of salt on the roads and during winter. So pretty much all cars, especially used cars, are gonna have some rust on them. So that kind of sucks. So yeah, I'm looking for a new car now in the same price range. But until I find one, I'm gonna be without a car for maybe a month or two. So back to public transport.
行きましょう。
Got eaten by rust? Yeah, it happens. What car are you looking for? Anything in that price range. Quick XP. Yeah, between like 25k, 35k. That'd be a nice range. Troop train. Okay, let's go and check out that quest. Maybe that'll have something useful. But we'll see. If I manage to sell my old car for a low price, because if someone wants to fix it, then they can go ahead and do that. That'll give me a little extra money. If not, I'll just
ここはベルテ橋だっけ。
take it to the
ロース地方との境界の。
to the junkyard.
関所を越えれば商業で有名なボース地方だね。まあ今は行く必要はなさそうだけど。
Ashton. Son Luke. We're just gonna beat up the troops. The beating will continue until morale improves. We're gonna beat him up. Hey, Trollkong, good evening. How you doing?
さいこれはどうそこよは
Paintball.
容赦はしない
Alright. Damn, even these guys have a lot of health.
ーゴーゴーよっしゃ
せい
Damn, I really am underleveled
よし
for everything.
容赦はしない
Gotta get up at 5, I'm trying to get off the couch and go to bed for about 2 hours. I know the feeling. Shit.
これは効くよ
Okay, we just gotta grind the monsters. Wait, we supposed to lose that? Was I meant to lose that, or can you win? So, Trollkong, you don't want to buy a cheap car? It's reliable, will take you from A to B, at least until Friday. That's when the current EU approval runs out.
これで任務完了だね
Okay, so I guess we were just meant to lose that. Yeah, gotta have them automatics. You're pressing the wrong button for the map. Okay, so this is where we're going. And Nissan 1996. That's a little bit too old. Hey, at least it's a veteran car, so I guess less taxes and other expenses.
遠隔攻撃に注意しよう
I can at least try and find something that's at least not older than 20 years. Oh, we had low HP. Oh. That could have been dangerous. Why is everything so tanky all of a sudden? These all the things it just cast spells, so easy to avoid the damage. Where was the herbs? Oh, it's like way around here. Well, with prices these days, I'm definitely trying to go with the gasoline, not diesel. There's like a 3-4 krona difference per liter. Crazy. Oh, wait. Oh, is it like a pot right there? It's like, I see a lot of electric cars in that range, but they're like 10-15 years old and their batteries are probably running at half capacity, so that's a no-go. Beware of monsters. I guess that's where the herbs are. Let's just save. Oh, that interrupted me? God damn. Oh, you found one? Let's see, what's this? Fiat 500. I can barely fit in that car. Yeah, I see that listing on there. I already checked the ones that are available in a decent price range.
危険だね。気合を入れるよ。速攻で決める。
Avoid that bomb. Let's see.
焦らずに行こう。
これはどう？覚悟！いやー！崩れたわ。お願い。
了解。
Yeah, I probably won't be able to pick up a car until like next month or in June, so I'll just look and see what's available then.
行きましょう。
駆動開始。せい。切るんだ。
もらったわ。 よーし。
焦らずに行こ
これはどう？覚悟！いや
う。続いて。
ー！任せなさい。おまけよ。
いつでも行ける。本気で行くよ。
決まっていきましょう。
覚悟を歩む。
Alright, that did some damage.
よーし。 よっしゃ。
Well, fuck. Of course he did that. Mm-hmm.
これはどう？はあ？旋風！スタンよ。
遅い。
終わりよ。
Hey, Arcane. Welcome in. I'm doing good, I'm doing good. This is my first Trails game. I tried playing the originals back in the day. Like
よーし。
10, 15, almost, yeah, I would say more than 10 years ago. And I couldn't get into them back then. But I do enjoy the Ys games. And I figured, hey, with the remake out, why not try and see if I can get into them. Is there anything I can rest them with? Nope. This is bad. You started Trails in 2015 too, but you really loved it. Yeah, like I'm planning if I can get into the series. I want to go back and play like the original games that came out like in the late 80s and during the 90s, because there are like fan translations for them. The OG Legend of Hero games. There were 3 that was on the PSP. But we'll see if I can get around to that. I'm still playing through the Ys games. I'm currently on the... well, I'm gonna start Ys 8. Because I played all the Ys games, starting with the PC Engine one, the original 1 and 2, and 3, 4, 5. And I recently beat E7. So now I'm gonna play through 8, 9, and then 10, and then go back and play through all the remakes, and then Proud Nordics. So I have a bit of a Falcom project going on. You done many with Phantom Station because it was not released outside Japan? Yeah. But the Trails game seems to be very popular because a lot of them have been coming out recently. I'm gonna have to deal with this. I can't bring Yosho back. This fight is a bust.
ドライブ開始
This is not gonna end well, is it?
砕け
Or maybe?
崩れたわ
No, maybe not. Holy shit, I need to level up more. Hmm.
また今度ね
Okay, let me just get out of here.
あこれってもしかして
教区長さんが探してた薬の材料だね。
私たちの勝ち
後で
ね
届けてあげようか。 助かった。
Oh, I found ingredients. So that's good. Origin, Felgana, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Yeah, like Ys was like my first entry into Falcom games. So I played Ys 3 on the Super Nintendo like over 20 years ago. And I just like casually played the Ys games as they were released, but now I did like a full playthrough of all the original games. I actually own the original games on PC Engine, so I do have the physical copies of them.
遊撃士の仕事は順調かい？
Let's see if we can upgrade something.
買い物買い物っと
Okay, that can be unlocked. Mhm. Firebolt. Let's try that. Yeah, let's just give them both fire and see
ま
what
た来て
helps.
くれよね。
さてと。
And oh yeah, I actually have Tokyo Sonado. I believe I bought it on Steam. I think I have it there. Along with the Zwei games 1 and 2, and what's the other one? I forgot the name here.
うーん
Brandish, that's the one. That's like the dungeon crawler one. That was only released on PSP. And I also believe I have one of the other Sonado games. But I think I bought that on Good Old Games a while back. Recently I've been trying to get all the Falcom game releases on PS5, because I just want to have them in one place. Oh, wait, where am I going now? I'm just gonna go back. delivering this quest. Is Ys gameplay the Tokyo Sanadu? Yeah, I don't mind that. I do enjoy the Ys gameplay. Though I do wish they would do like more bump combat games. There was recently this fan game that was released on Steam that has the bump combat. It's very inspired by Ys. What was the name of it again? It had a strange name. Angeline Era, that's the one. Yeah. This one, it's got bump combat and it's like really inspired by the original Ys games. And hey, Otaku! Hello. Yeah, we did the side quest, I guess. But yeah, definitely check that one out. Side quest. Yeah, it does. So definitely on my list of games that I want to play on stream. Just need to wrap up all the other games I'm playing. Okay. My first ever JRPG? Ooh. I would say Final Fantasy VII, but back then I was too young, so I didn't really understand what was going on. So the first JRPG that I played through on my own, where I kinda understood what was going on, must have been The Legend Dragoon on PS1 and Pokemon Red and Blue. So those were like the first JRPGs I was able to play through on my own. Before that, I didn't really understand what the hell was going on in JRPGs. A large reason was also because I wasn't that good at English back then, so I couldn't read or understand what the hell they were saying. So the first I can remember, that was like Final Fantasy VII, because a friend of the family had it, but they were older than me, and they were playing it, and they were like, hey, you want to try this game? And I was like, yeah, but I had no idea what's going on. Your first two? Nice. Yeah, I didn't play Final Fantasy VII until later, because after after Legend Dragoon Pokemon, that's when I kind of fell into the JRPG, rabbit hole. I started to play a lot of them. So I would play Final Fantasy 9, because that came out recently, or just after I played Legend Dragoon and Pokemon. I bought that, and then I went back and I played Final Fantasy 7 and 8. And I also got into Grandia. And then I also played Legend of Legaia. Got into that. What else was on the PS1? I don't remember all the JRPGs now. Oh yeah, Breath of Fire 4. I got that for the PS1. And Dark Cloud. I got the PS2, and that was like one of the launch titles. I got Dark Cloud as like my first PS2 game. I guess that's more of an action JRPG. Still counted as a JRPG. And hey, Ritz, good to see you. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Those aren't JRPGs, those are RPG games. They are very much JRPGs. Grandia and Legend of Legaia. Those are JRPGs. Dark Cloud, you sold your original game 1 year ago with Shadowheart? Oh, damn, Shadowheart. I had that game. Don't know what happened to it. I bought the second game recently though, on a retro game convention. Yeah, those are JRPGs. Let's see, where should I go now? There's a mushroom thing I gotta find. That was a little bit of a hassle. Okay, we're going there. You still have Suikoden 5 and Dragon Quest. Oh yeah, Dragon Quest 8 and Suikoden. Yeah, of course, I'm gonna forget those. I have Suikoden 4 and 5 still on the PS2, along with Dragon Quest 8. Okay, I think I'm lost. Those are great games. I honestly really enjoyed Suikoden 4, even though people say that's like the weakest Suikoden game. I still think it's a lot of fun. I love that game. I 100%ed it twice when it came out. Let's see, Ritz. But yeah, Ritz, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Only issue I have right now, personally, is like I need to find myself a new car, cause mine did not pass the EU inspection, so it'll be too costly to have it fixed, so I just gotta be like, yeah, nope, I'm just gonna get a new car. Persona 5, the first RPG ever. I mean, Paper Mario is also a JRPG. for again? What's in this area? I guess we'll fight these guys.
始めるわ。
敵の集団警戒しよう。
No, that is not the entire definition of a JRPG. I mean, yes, many of them have anime style, but that is not a definition for them. Like, I would say any RPG that is developed in Japan and has a more focus on a more linear storytelling is a JRPG. Because JRPGs are more about, like, presenting a story, while Western RPGs are more about giving you a world to explore and interact with and make meaningful choices.
遠隔攻撃に注意しよう。
Oh yeah, it's heavy storytelling, but it's also mostly on player freedom. It follows, well, it follows D&D. If you're gonna go deep into it, it follows the rules of D&D. And Japan was introduced to RPG storytelling through D&D and then later Wizardry, which became insanely popular in Japan, which then inspired, you know, Final Fantasy, Ys, the Legend of Heroes series. But Japan became more infatuated with telling a story more than having all the player freedom. And that's why you end up with the... That's also why a lot of like isekai and Japanese fantasy stories always have like an adventure guild in them. Because that was like a major point in the Wizardry games, the early dungeon crawler RPGs. And that's why you see in a lot of Japanese, like, whether it's isekai or fantasy, manga, anime, there's always like this adventure guild type of thing. Even this game, the Trail series, has like the Bracer Guild, which functions kind of the same.
どんなもんよ。
やったね、エステル。
Did I get the quest item? I did not. That's how I got when I beat those things. Yeah, the original one? Yeah. Come on, pick it up. There we go. Nothing. Okay, that's pretty cool. So it's just like updated the graphics and gameplay. Oh, here comes the monsters again.
集中するわよ。
Like, oh yeah, they're weak to fire. Nice. Try it. After everyone else has had their turn. Have I played any Persona game? Yes, I have Persona 3, FS and Persona 4 on the PS2. And I played those back in the day. I don't know, I didn't really get into the Persona games that much.
これはどう？
And now Atlas, it seems to be hell-bent on turning every game they make into Persona 5.
よっしゃ。わあ。
任せて。これは効くよ。急げ。
許さないわ。やっ。
Oh, come on.
僕が相手だ。
行くわよ。やっ。
遅い。行くよ。これは効くよ。覚悟を歩む。
But yeah, I haven't played Persona 5. I watched a playthrough of it. But it didn't really grab me. Now I just got thinking, anyone here played any of the Mana games? Cause my favorite is Legend of Mana on the PS1. That's one of my all-time favorite JRPGs.
こんなキノコ何に使うんだろう。
魔獣を呼ぶキノコか。使い方はいろいろありそうだね。
Steam, PS5, PS4, Persona 2, Eternal. Eternal Punishment, yeah. Steam, and the demo version is 3 Reloaded. Yeah, I kinda... I don't know, the Persona games really doesn't grab me that much anymore. I liked 3 and 4 back in the day. But then when 5 came out, I was like, okay, don't really know if these sounds so interesting anymore. And I watched someone play it through and I was like, yeah, that's good enough for me. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. Why am I running? I just warp there.
行こう。よっしゃ。
2011-12, you never heard from Persona series. You're looking for a good RPG to play. Found a test of Persona 3. Very good score. And one of the best RPGs you've done. Yeah, Persona 3 is pretty awesome. I haven't played it. God, I played it on the PS2. And that was like back in what? 2008? 9? That's starting to be a while ago. In fact, let me go and grab some of the JRPGs I have. Most of them are on the PS2, because that was like the era when I was like really big into JRPGs. Let me just go and grab them. Can do a little show and tell. Alright, I heard you like JRPGs. Oh. Oh. Hold on. These are just the ones I could grab. Let me change up the scene here a little bit. Oh, we got ads. All right. Well, let me just put on some mood music. So, yeah, these are the ones I was able to grab off my shelf. I don't want to dig through the entire thing. But let's just wait until the ad breaks over. And we can go through them. Yeah, see, the ads are running for another minute, so I'll just wait until the ad breaks over. That's the one thing that sucks with Twitch is I can't really not have any ads. If I turn off ads, Twitch will actually just show you more ads. But if I have them on like a 3 minute every hour, then those 3 minutes of ads is all that you get. It's the best I can do. But yeah, so these are the ones I have on it. So as I said, the PS2 era was kind of my big JRPG era. That's when I like consumed JRPGs. But yeah, the Final Fantasy VII remake. Like, when I first got that game, I was like, I didn't know what to expect. I was kind of expecting it to be, you know, the original story, just retold with, you know, better graphics, maybe, you know, a couple of things added. And then, suddenly, you know, I get an entirely different game. With a completely different story. And now it's just like, oh yeah, it's clear that it's just some alternate timeline kind of bullshit going on. Anyway, ad breaks it over, so let's start with these games here, alright? Let's see. Finally, yeah, welcome back. I'm just gonna start with the JRPG. The one on top here. Drakengard. Just gonna move this a little bit out of the way so you don't block me so much. Yeah, Drakengard. If you like Yoko Taro's bizarre storytelling, this is the start of the Nier series, and this is the most awful game you can play. The game plays like shit. Like, even by 2002-3 standards, this game played like shit. You're done? Yeah, and the game plays like shit. Like, you know, collecting everything, getting the ending that leads into Nier, and the final boss is just such a pain in the ass. But, you know, it's a cool game. The story is as fucked up as you expect from Yoko Taro. This one is more like a traditional Western dungeon crawler RPG, but it's Eternal Ring. It is made by FromSoft. So, you know, the guys that make Dark Souls, or made Dark Souls. It plays a lot like, oh no, I forgot the name, holy shit. King's something something on the PS1. But it's like a first-person dungeon crawler where you use like you create rings and stuff to cast magic. Kingsfield, that's one, yes. It's very much like Kingsfield, but more focused on the magic crafting system. And AJ, hello, welcome in, it's good to see you, how are you doing? I'm just going through my PS2 JRPGs, or yeah, RPGs. Well, these are the JRPGs. Like, I will put this in the JRPG category just because it's by the FromSoft people. And then we have Breath of Fire. You know, Dragon Quarter. This is the 5th game in the series. It's kind of like a black sheep, but it is a fun game. But yeah, if you're a big fan of the older Breath of Fire games, then this one will come off as really strange. And I have it, Shadowheart Covenants, or Covenant. So that's the 2nd game in the Shadowheart series. I bought this 2 years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago. I kind of wish I had the original game still. And Kodolka, or Kadolka. I'm bad with names, but that was the one on PS1. That was kind of like the spiritual prequel to Shadow Hearts, because the character from that game does show up in Shadow Hearts. Kodelka? Yes! Yeah! So that's like the first one in the series. Radiata Stories? This is a pretty unique one. We collect a bunch of heroes. I haven't played this in like 20 years, almost, something like that. Don't really remember much of it, but I remember I enjoyed it. Definitely a game I want to get back to and try playing through again. But yeah, you can collect like so many different characters for your party. And the graphics too is just like bright and colorful. Really nailed that, what can I say, fairy tale vibe I got from Final Fantasy IX, and that's why this game resonated with me so much back then. It's a fun game. Yeah, it is a fun game, and definitely a like unique JRPG experience. So that's up there. Okay, this isn't really a JRPG, but you know, it's fun. It's Final Fantasy VII, the Black Sheep, Dirge of Cerberus. It is like the Devil May Cry attempt at Final Fantasy VII. You know, but hey, it continues the story after Advent Children, so, you know, yeah, you have it. Xenosaga, the 2nd game. Yeah. If you want to have a cool space sci-fi JRPG, here's one. I haven't played the 1st game or the 3rd game, because I only had the 2nd one, but I remember I enjoyed it. I got it for Christmas back in like 2005, so it's been over 20 years since I played it. How have I been? Yeah, it's been a lot. I had a break from streaming, and you know, I'm trying to get back to streaming now. You know, slowly ease my way into it. And Reset, hello! Good to see you. Good evening. We're just going through my JRPG collection here. Okay, the classics, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Don't really need to introduce these games. They were bangers back in the day. Now Kingdom Hearts is just confusing. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. That's because I haven't played, you know, the gazillion other games on various other systems, including a toaster that has canon lore to the story. Final Fantasy 12, yeah, it's a weird Final Fantasy game. Because, you know, it's set in the world of Vagrant Story, which was a kick-ass JRPG on the PS1. And it's also the same world as Final Fantasy Tactics, the 1st one. But this one has like the most useless main character in any Final Fantasy game. And by that I mean, he has absolutely no relevance to the story. So it's like, oh, are we just like the storyteller or something, just tagging along with the group of actual heroes? You had a hard time with Kingdom Hearts 1, but Kingdom Hearts 2 was incredible. Yeah, I got Kingdom Hearts 1 when it first came out, and I guess the second game does have some quality of life improvements and gameplay improvements over the first game. I haven't played it in so many years, so I don't really remember. But yeah, Final Fantasy 12 is kind of like a hard one to get into. But it was really interesting once you actually start getting into the story. And this one, okay. So we have Final Fantasy X. Everybody loves that. And then we have Final Fantasy X-2, which is a weird one. And I know a lot of people don't like it, but I just honestly had a lot of fun with this game. I enjoyed it for what it was. Especially how you kinda changed like abilities and classes depending on the outfit you wore. And the music was a banger. And it was nice to have like a conclusion to just or more conclusive end to the story of Final Fantasy X. That's not yeah, it does. I never really 100%ed it though, I just played through it like for the story. And here's a game series that's pretty interesting, but yeah, fun nonetheless. Dot Hack. I only have the first game, but it's interesting. It's like you're playing in a MMO world. You can kind of consider it like an isekai in a way. And the game is not super long for JRPG. It was split into 4 games. So the first one is usually cheap to come by, but the 3 and 4 are like more expensive because they came out close to the end of the PS2's life cycle before the PS3 came out, and they didn't sell as well, so those are really expensive. But these games are pretty interesting, like dungeon crawler JRPGs. So, you know, give him a try if you're into that. But yeah, what have you been up to, AJ? I haven't been able to drop by your stream in ages, so, you know. I've kind of been off Twitch a lot this past month. This one recently got a remake, or remaster, I believe. Phantom Brave. Oh, and also a sequel. It's a tactical JRPG. Much in the same vein as Final Fantasy Tactics or the Disgaea games, if you're familiar with them. It's a charming little game. You can do... as with all those like Disgaea games and stuff, you can always do some crazy stuff in combat to, you know, crank up those damage numbers. Nothing out of the ordinary on your end. Well, hey, that's good, that's good. Everything is as normal. And this one is also one of my favorites. It's by Vanilla Soft. Odin Sphere. I had a remake on PS4. Life Drasir. It's a pretty cool side-scrolling action JRPG with a very unique art style. So if you can get this game or play the remake or remaster that was released on PS4 and Vita, I think there's a PS3 version too. But yeah, this is a pretty awesome game if you like some unique graphics and visual design. Our friend have done the remake recently. Yeah, definitely do it. It's an awesome game. It's like I was actually playing the OG game on the Sega Saturn, or like the first game, or should I say the game that this game is a spiritual successor to, and that's Princess Crown on the Sega Saturn. So it plays very much the same as Princess Crown, but of course with lots of improvements, because Princess Crown was like a Saturn game from 95 or 96. But also a cool game that I played on stream last year. Super fun. And the most gorgeous pixel art I have ever seen from a game in that era. And here's a familiar one. Dragon Quest VIII. Yep. Still got that. So, you know. This was actually like my first Dragon Quest game because this was the first one that was like released officially in Europe. So yeah, I got it on release and boy did I play this game a lot. It's one of the best. Yeah, I think it's an amazing game. So it's up there. And here are my first PS2 game, Dark Cloud. And the sequel, Dark Cloud 2, or Dark Chronicles, as it was called here in Europe. So yeah, these two, awesome games, love them. As you couldn't sell your PS2 mainly because it came with a third-party controller, and my PS1 copy of Tomb Raider is just a case and disc in my local retro game store. Only accepts complete in-box games. Oh! Yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, they can still sell them without the manual. At least that's what the store in my area does. This, I feel like it's too low because my PS2 works without issue. Like 90 or more. I mean, you should definitely just check online what prices go for. I think a PS2 not in box goes for around 80 bucks or something at my retro store. But yeah, of course it all depends on the conditions and whatnot. Oh yeah, another series that's pretty awesome, Star Ocean, and I love this game. I play this a lot. I remember I spent so much time on the crafting in this game because I wanted to craft a better weapon. So I would spend so many hours doing just that. I think this game is super cool. I really enjoyed it and the story. And also it's been like 20 years since I played it, but super cool game. Star Ocean, Till the End of Time. This is the third one in the Star Ocean series. And one of my all-time favorites, Grandia 2. I also had the first game on the PS1. You know, they are very like basic JRPG story-wise, you know. It is the classic story of go out there and kill God, but it's a fun one. You had a remake since ages, need to do 1 and 2 one. Yeah, you definitely should. They are excellent games. Especially Grandia 1 is like a big, feel-good, colorful JRPG adventure. I really love those games. I did play through them on stream a few years ago. And this one is pretty unique too. J-Cocoon 2. To just summarize it really short and also kind of bad. Basically Pokemon on the PlayStation. It's like you breed and collect these monsters that fight for you in battle. But it's pretty cool. And the first game on the PS1 actually had an artist from Studio Ghibli come in and do the artwork. This one does not have the same type of artwork, but it's still a fun game. But definitely check out the J-Cocoon if you want to have a pretty unique JRPG experience. Yeah, and then it's Suikoden 4 and 5. I enjoyed 5, but I really loved 4. I had no idea why that one in particular just stuck so well with me. Because everyone just says, oh my god, 5 is amazing, 4 is bad. And I'm just like, 5 is good, but I think 4 is better. I had more fun with that. Persona 3 FS and even Persona 4. Yeah! Funny you should mention Persona games, Taku, because those are the ones coming up here now. Ta-da! My OG copies of Persona 3 and 4. I haven't played them since like 2008 and 10, I guess, around that time. Yeah, I got them right there. And then you have Legaia 2, which is like a sequel to a PS1 game called Legend of Legaia. I think the combat is like the most unique aspect of these games, because you have this like combo system where you select whether you want to punch or kick, or if you want to punch and kick low, high, or in the middle. And based on how you create those combos, you do certain moves. So the combat system was pretty interesting. But other than that, the story and whatnot is very generic. If you're a huge fan, yeah, then you definitely, should try to get them if you can. I never really get into them, and I think playing 3 and 4 was like enough for me. I don't know, I actually didn't feel like 5 changed up things enough, because Persona 1 and 2 are very different from Persona 3 and 4. And I guess it would be nice if those games could get like a modern remaster or remake. Because I know a lot of people got into Persona with Persona 5. That's the one that really hit the mainstream success. And which is why Atlas is now turning every game they release into something that looks like Persona 5, at least visually. You fell in love with Persona games from first playing 5 back when you got a PS4 Slim? Alright. Yeah, Persona 5 was like the game that introduced a lot of people to Persona. Because prior to that, it was a lot more niche. Oh yeah, and then this game, Ark, Twilight of the Spirit, it's like a, again, I would say like kinda tactics, turn-based kind of game, but it has an interesting story, and I remember enjoying it a lot. I haven't played it in, also like 20 years. Don't remember much of it. It's a game I've been planning to replay at some point. Like Persona Q and Persona Strike, I said, yeah, they really did a lot with it. They are really trying a lot with the Persona 5 IP now that they know that it became so popular. So let's just hope they don't run themselves into a financial ditch again like they did with Persona 4. Okay, so this was the last game I had in this heap, but this one also pretty interesting. Atelier Iris. And if you are familiar with the Atelier games, yeah, it's by the same company. And this one's pretty cool. It has some awesome pixel graphics, super cool crafting system I remember, and a lot of magic. I don't remember if I actually played through the entire game, but I remember I enjoyed it a lot. This is also one of those games I got back in like 2005 and haven't played it since, so my memory of this is also very, very non-existent. So yeah, that was a quick run through of some of my PS2, or most of my PS2 JRPGs. I think most of the ones I have are in this heap. So yeah, I played a lot of JRPGs. Artonelico. Right, yeah, I'm familiar with that series. I never owned any of those games, but I remember another friend of mine who also enjoyed JRPGs. He had some of those games, I believe. But I never got them myself. I played them either. No, I can't recall, but I do know the name. Sorry about that. Maybe if I do find them cheap somewhere, I'll pick them up. Because I do collect the old games. Even though most of the old games I own are just games I kept from when I was a kid. So that was a little bit of a JRPG talk. It's always fun seeing people, you know, come in here and are interested in those kind of games. You're welcome. You're welcome. I hope you know, I hope you saw some games that seemed interesting. But yeah, definitely check out Odin Sphere if you have opportunity for it, and you know, you can play the Leif Rasir remaster / remake, cause it got some neat quality of life improvements without you know, adding to anything like new or major changes that completely changes the game. So Leif Rasir is just as valid to play as the OG game. And thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate that. Is it Arcane? Arcane? How do I say your name? But thank you so much for the follow, appreciate that. Welcome in, fellow JRPG fan. I think the reason why you lost interest in your PS2 at some point was because you were collecting third-party games you would rather have on GameCube. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, like at the moment, I am actually collecting games for the original Xbox. One, a lot of third-party games look better on the original Xbox, and also because they are a lot cheaper. So out of like the games that were like cross-console at that time, if it has like an Xbox version, I try to go for the Xbox version. Arcane? Was that the last one I said? Either way, welcome in, welcome in. Yes, alright, Arcane. Nice. You got evil intentions. I'll be cooking it. You're like a foodie, but for weird stuff. Should introduce her to some Southeast Asian cuisine. I'm half Vietnamese, and I've seen my dad cook up the weirdest dishes. Really? Double sound? Hold on. Right, I forgot to turn off the music that was playing in the background. Sorry about that. It's good? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I forgot to just turn... I was playing some music in the background. I forgot about it. Thank you for telling me. You just have no taste. Plebeians? That's not a word I expect to see in this game. Out of respect for the mushroom, I'll forgive your disrespect. Oh.
これで任務完了だね。あのキノコ当たったりしなきゃいいけどね。
ほんだ、知らない。でもちょっと楽しそうだったな。聞かせてちょうだい。
It takes a lot to rank up here. Holy shit, I'm like 13 out of 30 points. Oh, yeah, okay, 16 now. Okay, I guess I complete a few side quests.
どうもお疲れ様。
If you like chasing it. Yeah, so I'm actually giving it a fair chance now. Because I remember that when I tried the OG, I don't know why, I can't remember why it didn't grab me at that point. Maybe it was like a point in time where I was kind of tired of JRPGs. But I kind of put it down after... I don't know, I didn't play it long. I think I got past the beginning sections. I didn't even get the story going properly. And it's just this one left. But so far I'm enjoying it. What should I be doing now? That's a main quest. Still have this one to complete, but I don't have the levels. So I feel like... Am I just... Is this something I'm forgetting to power up?
撃士の仕事は順調かい？
どれにしようか。
He already has hit. Most of the third-party games you speak of are the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube era Tony Hawk games. Nice. So the bad point of the first one, it's a little slow because it's building the lore. So you can see it like a... Yeah. Because it's gonna be a serious... Yeah, I guess it's just back then I wasn't really into getting deep into a game series at the time. But now I'm more open to it. And also, you know, I'm a bit of a Falcom fan too, so I want to support them. Because they've been around for like 40 years, just, you know, doing their thing. Releasing Ys, the Legend of Hero games, and, you know, Xanadu as well, and every now and then some other weird title. But their sound team is always on point. You waited the 1 to 2 years between each game? Damn. Yeah, they just confirmed that they are doing the second game too as a remake, and it's coming out in this autumn sometime. So I'll be able to continue with the 12 games when it comes out. 17th September, yeah. It's coming out in like 5 months. Well, I feel like I should just continue with the main story and see where it takes me. Just fighting enemies is a pretty slow way of leveling. Even though that's what I will do constantly in the Ys games, especially older ones. Just go out there and whack monsters until I'm like over leveled. Okay, let's just see what the mayor wanna say. You can spoil. Yeah, because all the trail skins are like set in the same universe, right? It's just like different time periods. Sleepy time. Alright, good night, Webster. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate that. Well, good night, and I'll see you next time. But yeah, so aren't like all the Trails games pretty much available on PS4 and PS5 now? Because they re-released a lot of them on the PS4 and 5, didn't they? Yeah, so I can just get them all for the PlayStation. Nice.
市長さん。
お邪魔します。今日は遊撃士協会から来ました。
話は聞いておるよ。
Because I recently got all the Ys games that are available on the PlayStation for it, so I do have them. You're Cold Steel on PS3 and PS4? Nice. So which one is this? Like, is the Trails in the Sky, and then is the Trails of Cold Steel, and then Trails of Azure? I haven't been following the Trails series because, you know, I hadn't been into it. I'm missing comments. Oh, yeah, I just don't see him pop up here. Hold on. What does it say? Oh, yeah, there, yeah. Another one of the games I decided I would rather have on GameCube is the Ubisoft Shanghai version of Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. The Shanghai version? Okay. Huh. I got the PC version of Splinter Cell. And I know you could use the Xbox version to jailbreak your original Xbox to soft mod it back in the day. It's Trails in the Sky, Trails on Zero plus Azure, Cold Steel plus Reverie, and then Trails on Daybreak plus Horizon. I see. So you got it all locked in.
ごめんね、市長さん。父さんがいい加減。
いやいや、カシウスさんほどの人であれば多忙を極めるのは当然じゃ。それよりこんなところで話をするのもなんだな。詳しい話は書斎でさせてもらうよ。
You're personally not a fan of jailbreaking my consoles? I can understand that if you want to keep them as close to original as possible. I haven't jailbroken my Xbox because just never got around to it. It would be fun to get another one just to do it, because you can find an original Xbox pretty cheap. I did jailbreak my Wii though, because I wanted it to be region free. And you just like keep a backup of your original firmware, so you know if you want to restore it to its default system, you can do that easily too. It's only 8 years between Sky 1 and the last game. Okay, it's like the timeline in the game story. Okay. So it's all pretty close together then. I thought it would be like a larger gap in time. So I assume that also means that the, you know, characters on the various games show up in the other games too. Either like as a background character or like a side character. You can see Estelle. Okay, yeah. That's pretty cool. But I like it when games does that, if you have like a game series and, you know, the previous characters do show up again. Even though they're not necessarily a part of the party, it's still just cool to see them in the world still. And they can be in the party? Okay, so they become party members too. Okay, that's cool. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Have you played that East versus Trails in the Sky? Or East versus Trails? Because that was a game I did not expect that they would make a remake of. But hey, Falcon was just like, yep, here's a remake of that weird particular game from 15 years ago. You're gassing inside my walls. Yes, you've been doing that for a while. Maybe that's why my electricity bill has been so high. Yeah, I'm actually paying half rent now, this month and next month. Because I found out that I've been paying for my, well, I'll say the homeowner, but yeah, my landlord's power this winter. Because I have a basement underneath my living room that's not accessible for me, but it's a basement for my landlord. And he added heated floors in that basement. But when the electrician hooked it up, they hooked it up to my power meter. So whenever he heated up the basement, I was the one paying for it. And I just found out like a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, hey, dude, I think I've been paying for your electricity. And I was like, oh shit, oh yeah, I'll have that fixed. You could just pay half rent until it evens out. So yeah, I had like 3 times the usual power bill this winter. And it's already expensive to heat up, so it's like I was paying like triple, even 4 times the amount. I was like, holy shit, I'm not even heating up, what's going on? Well, I couldn't figure it out. But then I finally figured out, like, wait a second, maybe it's something with the basement. And then I asked him, and he's like, yeah, heated floors. Yeah, they are. Like, usually, like I've been paying like, I would say, roughly between 80, I'm gonna use US dollars as an example there, but like between 80 to 120 bucks a month during the winter months, because this apartment isn't that big and I don't use a lot of electricity. But you know, it's still, that's what I'm used to paying, right? So when I suddenly get an electricity bill for $300 to $400, I'm like, what the hell is going on? You're French, alright, well I'm Norwegian, so yeah, we got them kronas up here. But yeah, so about like 80 to 120 euros is my usual monthly bill. And that's when I'm like heating up my apartment. Oh my gosh, he did Kita-san Black. Harikite iko! I heard that enough playing Uma Musume. So where are we going now? Alright. Oh, all the way up there, okay. $70 to $80? Okay, yeah, so that's not... Like, $70 to $80 is like what I pay right now, because it's finally gotten a little warmer outside. In summer, it's like 50-ish. 50, 60. Yeah, so I spent like most of the winter just not heating up my apartment because I thought something was going on. So I've been like sitting here with like, you know, thick sweaters, blankets and everything, having everything turned off except my like PC and, you know, maybe 1 or 2 lamps. And it still did nothing on the power bill, so I was like, okay, something is definitely wrong here. And the funny thing is that my landlord didn't even say anything like, okay, sir, you installed heated floors and you didn't find it strange that you didn't pay anything, any additional costs on your power bill? Huh? Yeah, so like, I guess if I hadn't said anything, he would just gone, never mentioned it. So I don't know if it was just him being sneaky, you know, hooking up the wiring to my meter rather than his. Or if it was the electrician that made a mistake, but still. Yeah, I wasn't gonna be like, oh yeah, that's fine, no, okay, I'm gonna pay half rent for the next couple of months until the bill evens out, because, yeah, I'm not paying for you to have a heated basement. And the funny thing is, it's like the basement is like a man cave. He's turned into like this wine cellar hangout spot for his buddies. So sometimes he'll bring his buddies over and they'll sit down in the basement and drink wine and just, you know, do whatever. I know, because I can sometimes hear them laughing down there when they're down there. Because, yeah, he has a wife and 2 kids, so I guess he wants to have his, like, man cave. Off to bed we go. Alright, Reset, thank you for hanging out. Have a good night. I'll see you next time. Take care, and sweet dreams. Alright, we're gonna get them crystals. The big guy, the boss, Foreman Garten. Join the music in here. It is the mood. Yeah, it's getting late here too. I probably should end it soon as well. It's 12 AM now. I did start stream a little late today, but I just wanted to play a bit. What do you like about the Trails game is that the NPCs have their own stories that progress alongside the main story. Really? Okay, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Because yeah, most games, especially JRPGs, just have like the NPCs be static in the background. And a lot of times you can't even interact with them or see them have any progression throughout the game. So, you know, little details like that adds a lot to the story. How's the weather for me? I mean, right now it's been nice and sunny, so, you know, it's heating up. Finally getting that spring weather. Because it's been cold for a while. We even had, like, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, we got more snow. So it's like, yeah, spring has been all over the place. Now I'm getting some Donkey Kong Country flashbacks. Quick, gotta dodge and jump with the mining cart. Trails are the biggest scripted dialogue in JRPG, you'd think? Like the entire series, like collected? Yeah, I can believe that. You know, same as Final Fantasy 14, that has like the longest end credit of any video game or any media. If you have to like watch the entirety of the credits in Final Fantasy 14, I think it takes like over 2 hours. In okay. Damn. And it hasn't snowed for you since January? Really? We've had snow coming down at all times almost. It's been a weird winter. Like it comes down, it melts away, then we got more snow, and it melts away again, and then it comes more snow. It's been like that since forever. And then in most of March, we didn't have any snow for most of it. And suddenly, around Easter, we got more snow. And then it went away again, and now we haven't had any since. Oh, gotta talk to somebody? Alright. But yeah, I think I'm gonna save here and call it a night, and let's see, when can I stream again? Tomorrow a friend of mine is coming over, so I'll be busy most of the day. Friday? Maybe Friday? I'm also gonna be busy Saturday, because I'm going to a convention with a friend of mine he's gonna be selling some artwork, so I'm gonna help him at his booth. So maybe Friday, but definitely on Sunday. I don't know if we made much progress tonight, but I was just messing around with the side quest, but hey. Maybe we'll get out of the prologue at some point, eh? Alright. Alright, there we go. The prologue is quite long. Well, that's good to know. Because usually, in most games, prologue is just like a short starting section of the game. But it has been going for, well, my playtime is 5.5 hours about, so... Maybe it's gonna do one of those Final Fantasy 13, where like 20 hours of the game is considered like the tutorial part. 7-8 hours. Okay, that ain't too bad. So I'm getting close to the end then. Yeah, 15 Celsius, cloudy weather and rain though. Yeah, we had a lot of cloudy weather and rain too. The temperature's been dropping between 2-3 degrees and then up to like 15 and then back down again. So yeah, the temps have just been all over the place. That's starting to become a typical Norwegian spring and also autumn weather, which just jumps up and down constantly. Recharge my PS5 controller too. 18? Alright, that's not too bad. I think that's the temperature we had today too. It's particularly sunny today. Yeah, like 18 degrees I think. So hopefully weather and temperature will stay for a bit. Would suck if it got cold again. Let me just see who is live at the moment. Maybe we can find someone to raid. And whilst are raided, let's see who is live. Yeah, I think I'll be back on Friday. Probably gonna be an earlier stream. Let's see if we can start earlier in the evening, because I do have some things I need to do in the middle of the day. But in the evening I should be off and we can get a stream going. So just see who the people that are live right now. What are they playing? Not playing anything interesting. Really, just yeah, you know, really nice having you here, and yeah, I hope you do see you around. Always nice talking to people that are into the same type of games that I enjoy. Is anyone else playing this game, by the way? That can be a thing to check. Two other people playing it, I can see. You love being here? I appreciate the kind words, Ben. Appreciate that, appreciate that. Appreciate having you here too. Is anyone playing in the Ys games? Let's see. Hard to find anyone playing the Ys games. I think I have someone here. They are playing. Let's see, what are they playing? Oh, they're playing Castle Crashers. My god, I played that on Xbox 360 like 20 years ago. Man, I'm growing old. Hey, Slappy, hello, welcome in. Coming in just when I'm about to end. Castle Crashers, you played it? Yeah, I remember I played it with some friends back in like 2005. It wasn't on your Xbox 360, it must have been back in 2005, 6, something like that, around that time. Time Zone sucks? Yeah. Yeah. It does. Ugh. Brutal time zones. Ruin everything. But yeah, I had a good stream. Yeah, it was a short one because I started kind of late, but you know, I'm slowly easing my way back into the streams. You recently picked up my old save on East Origin on Nightmare. The last bosses were really tough. Damn. Yeah, Nightmare mode in the East games? Yeah, that's no joke. Oh, I actually know a guy who's a huge Falcom fan. And a huge Ys and Legend of Heroes. Like, he knows pretty much every Falcom game. I think he's played all of them. I'm actually gonna give him a shout out. Slappy probably knows exactly who I'm talking about. Oh. Oh, ads! Oh my god. Just as a shut up, knob. Oh, that sucks. That's a great time, and ads always coming in the worst possible time.
I died in the same second you killed me. What's gonna happen?
Oh yeah, this is the guy. He's like a Falcom expert. He's pretty much played all the games.
Oh fuck!
So if you like a Australian living in Japan, being what can I say? Narcissistic but completely self-aware and funny and hilarious, then yeah, go check out Mimnob. Welcome back. Yeah, the ads always come back at the worst of times. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so a guy playing Castle Crashers. What else are people playing? I just want to have a nice look. Oh, we have someone playing Final Fantasy 2. Is it Pixel remasters? Doesn't seem like it. No, this is a different version. It's not the OG. Wait, no, this is Final Fantasy 4. God, the naming, you know, between the Final Fantasy games in with the real names and the US is so weird, because you guys got Final Fantasy 1, then you didn't get 2 and 3, you got 4, and you called it Final Fantasy 2. And then you didn't get Final Fantasy 5, you got Final Fantasy 6, so you called it Final Fantasy 3. It's like, it messes up everything. And then you guys just jump straight to Final Fantasy 7 with PS1. I bet that confused a lot of you guys, huh? Where are the other 4 games? Oh. Is it the same in Dragon Quest, you think? Yeah, because at least here in Europe, you know, Dragon Quest 8 was the first one. But in the US, I think, yeah, you also got weird with those names. Okay, yeah, it seems like he's playing Final Fantasy 4, but it's called Final Fantasy 2. Yeah, Dragon Warrior, yeah. And then wasn't even like the first Mana title called Final Fantasy Mystic Quest? I believe that's what it was called. Yeah, because that was like the first Mana game, but it just got rebranded to Final Fantasy to sell. Oh. See a lot of people playing Crimson Desert too. I've not tried that game yet. I'm just gonna send you guys off now. I'll send you off to, wait, where did they go? Did they go off now? That's perfect timing. I'm gonna raid someone and they go offline. No, they're still on, Right, I'll prepare the raid to my favorite Dick Records. Yes, that is his Twitch handle. Believe it or not, that is a legal handle to have on Twitch. And he made the most of it. He's a super chill guy. And they're playing Castle Crashers. Yeah, they're kicking ass. Hey Toya, hello, good to see you. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming in. Good to see you. Alright, we're gonna prepare the raid now, so just get that going. There we go. I'm gonna prepare a little raid message for you guys. I know it's been a while since I streamed, so I don't expect anyone to be subscribed, so, you know, you can just copy and paste that message, or, you know, use your own if you have one. But yeah, let's go and say hi to Dick, and I'll be back on Friday evening. As I said, I'm gonna be busy during the day, but I'll try to be back in reasonable time, and we can get a stream going earlier, so I can play a little longer, because it's only been 2 hours now, but still, better than nothing, better than nothing. Yeah, it was nice chatting with you too, Arcane. Pleasure meeting you, and yeah, hope to see you around. You know, always nice meeting other JRPG fans. So yeah, take care everyone, have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, afternoon, whatever it is where you guys are, and yeah, I'll be back again on Friday. And then of course on Sunday as well, so yeah, take care everyone, bye bye, and good night.